What's going on, people? It's your boy back with another one. Now, in the last video, I showed you how to get from level 1 to level 50 by capturing bosses, and it definitely wasn't easy for a lot of people. And also, it didn't work on dedicated or public servers, so a lot of people got left out. Don't worry, I'm back today. I'm going to show you guys how to set up your base so you can take your character and any of your pals from level 1 to level 50 while you're completely AFK. You don't feel like playing a game, but you want to level up, you want to go watch a movie, go do it. Game a level for you. Don't worry about it. You want to go eat some dinner? Go eat some dinner. We'll level your pals for you. Don't even matter. Whatever you want to do besides grinding XP, you can do, and this will take care of it for you. Now, there's going to be a lot of important information in the video, so make sure you watch the whole thing or you may miss some key information. Now, before we get started, I just wanted to thank all of you for all the love you showed me on the last video. I want all of you to know how appreciative I am for all the support. I am now 200 subscribers away from 1,000, so if you can hit that like and subscribe button, I will be eternally thankful. All right, without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, so I'll be starting a new character and setting up the base on my own created world. This will also work on a dedicated server, but the experience gain will be a little bit slower, but you'll be AFK anyway, so who really cares? It's free XP. Now, here's the most important thing that you need for this to work. If you're playing on PC, you need to be using a keyboard or a mouse from a reputable vendor such as Logitech or Razer or SteelSeries, something like that. All these vendors have control panels that allow you to customize their products. For this video, I'll be using the Logitech mouse and I'll be using the G-Hub software. Now, all vendors have an equivalent software to G-Hub, so whatever you're using. And I'll try to put links in for all the ones that I can, but there is a ton out there, so you may have to look it up, depending on what you have specifically. Now, if you're on Xbox, you're going to need a controller that has like an auto fire button or auto trigger, or, you know, it is 2024, guys, so just buy a PC. Now, I will dive deeper into this later on when it's actually time for it, but for now, the first step is to create the world and the new character. Now, dedicated server people, you can't do none of these next steps because your world is kind of locked, but don't worry. Like I said, this still works for you. The XP is just a little bit slower, but for everybody that's going to create their own world, this is how we do it. First, let's hit start game, create a new world, name it whatever you want. Mine is AFK farm. Now I want to go into customize settings, right? Let's take the XP rate all the way up, the nighttime speed all the way up, the daytime speed down, PAL hunger depletion and stamina all the way down, and player hunger depletion and stamina all the way down. Now you can move these regenerative rates all the way up as well. You don't have to. Once you're done, hit OK. Now I'm just going with the default character here just to enter. I hit spacebar to skip so we can get through as fast as possible. We're just going to run down to our first base area, and once we do, we're just going to start picking up all the sticks and the stones and everything we can on the way. Let's unlock this. Talk to this guy here. He's going to give us some free logs. Now, all these items are going to be needed once you get to the base, so you might as well just go ahead and pick them up on your way. Pick up some berries for food that you'll need later on. Now, the first goal here is to get the base to level 4. Getting the base to level 4 is going to be key for what we're doing, so that's our first focus. We'll just continue down the path until we drop down this opening here, and this is where we're going to put our first base. Now we want to go into our technology points, unlock the entire second row. On top of that, unlock the shoddy bed, the PAL beds, and the feed box. I unlocked the berry planter, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. All right, next we're going to build our PAL box. Kind of build it right here. That way it covers the whole area. Now, once we build our PAL box, we're going to mine some quick material, get some stones, get some wood so we can build our workbench, and we need to get the hatchet and the pickaxe. All right, once we have these, we're just going to hop over here, get some stone, get some more wood. We want to go around. We want to get at least 10 of these fragments, then continue around south and start chopping down all the trees. Now, you can go ahead and just chop down every single tree. You could build yourself a repair bench if your weapon gets broke. But go ahead and just chop down all the trees. I kind of stopped in the middle. I went back to the bench because I'm going to create some PAL balls. You can do it in any order you really want, but we need to get 10 PAL balls. We need to chop down all the trees, and we needed those 10 fragments to get the 10 PAL balls. All right, after these are finished, the next step is to go ahead and capture 8 lamb balls. All right, after we have all of those, we want to start upgrading our base to level 4. Now, the first thing we're going to need here, let's build a campfire. Let's add one of our pals to the PAL box. And then we're going to build a wooden chest All right, next up, we're going to upgrade our base. Go ahead and add another PAL to the PAL box. We're going to go over here, build a little platform, put the shoddy bed on that. All right, now we're going to upgrade one more time, add another PAL to the PAL box. So now we should have 3. All right, next we're going to build the feed box. Then after we build the feed box, the only thing left to do is build 4 straw beds for our PALs. Then we can go ahead and upgrade our base to level 4. Once we upgrade to level 4, we're going to go ahead and put one more PAL in the PAL box. Then it's time for the good stuff. Now, this is one of the most important parts of the video. Like I said before, I'm going to be using Logitech, and this is G-Hub that you are seeing. Now, Razer and other products should have similar interfaces. So what I'm going to do is go and click onto my Pro Wireless mouse and go into macros. I already created it, but I'm going to show you guys how to create it. We're going to create new macro. We're going to name this clicker. We're going to select toggle. Going to hit start now, system, mouse, secondary click. Going to add another plus, going to hit delay. Now I use 10 millisecond delay on mine. We're going to go ahead and save it. Now we're going to take the clicker and we're going to drag it to the secondary click. And that's it, you're all set. Now, if you want to disable this later, you just click onto it and hit disable and it disables it. But for now, we're going to keep it like this. Now, I will put some links in the description for other products, but you may have to just look what type of mouse you have and look up a video for your mouse or keyboard and see how to set up a auto click macro for that specific product. There's too many out there for me to cover and link, but there are a ton of these products and all the big names have them. So you should be good to go. Now for Xbox, like I said, you just need a controller that can do auto clicks or like a rapid fire button and you should be good as well. All right, now that we got that out of the way, let's start by building a wooden foundation, but we want to make it as high as we can possibly get it. We're going to go ahead and climb up it. Let's make a wall right here on the edge facing the crate. Let's make a roof on the outside here and then go ahead and jump back down, and that's all you need. Now, if you see the position of the crate across from the structure, it's kind of far away. And I did this on purpose to show you guys that you don't want it that far away. You actually want to put it kind of right underneath the structure, and I'm going to show you why. Now that we're all set up for this, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and make another wooden wall. We want to place it right up here, and you kind of see how this thing's just hanging up there. You can't really place it, but you can place it. Go ahead and hit that right click button for that auto clicker that you just made, and watch the magic happen. As you can see, it's just going to attempt to keep making that wall and it's going to fail. The wood's going to fall and all those little pal buddies you got, they're going to pick it up. They're going to put it into the wooden crate and it's just a never ending cycle. Now with the wooden crate being so far away, they can't get to it very fast. So you're running out of wood and it's slowing down the process. So that's why it's kind of important that you get a lot of wood to begin with. So chopping down all the trees. And then if we go ahead and move this box closer, you're going to see how fast this actually can be. Once they just grab it, they turn around, they put it in the box, and that's basically it. This is pretty much a never-ending cycle. You can walk away, you can just let it do its thing and gain levels while you're just standing there. Now, not only are you getting this free experience, the PAL that is in your inventory is also getting the free experience. Now, a few things I want to note here. First off, your PAL cannot out-level your character. So as you see, my PAL is level 25, my character is 24. My PAL experience is extremely low compared to my character. Once they are equal level again, the PAL's experience will shoot up like crazy. Once your character is level 50, you can just stack a party full of PALs and do this and level up 5 PALs at a time. Now I did time it with this method and it took around 1 hour to get a PAL from level 1 to level 50 doing this method. I suggest anytime you start this method, you want to make sure that your PALs that are going to be transporting are fresh, they're 100% healed up, because there is some things that can happen while you are doing this. One thing being you could get raided or your base could get attacked and that could throw things off. That did happen to me a few times and it slowed down the process. And usually what happens is the logs end up piling up so high that it stops the actual process from happening. So you have to cancel out and pick up the logs and then kind of reset it again. Now, all the times I did this so far, I got around 40 to 45 levels before even having any type of issues. That's on my main character. And like I said, the issues come from mostly people attacking your base. They'll come from your pals being tired and going back to take a break or go for a rest or something like that. But overall, you can usually set this for a few hours and it would just run and run and run. Then you come back and you may have to reset it again and do it. But for the most part, I mean, it's easy, right? If you got to walk away to eat dinner, you want to level up, you know, some characters before you go to sleep, throw them in there, set it to level, go to sleep, wake up the next morning. You're going to have some pals at level 50. You know, once your character's already 50, and yeah, this just makes everything really easy. Like the biggest thing in these games and the least fun thing in these games is grinding XP, and who wants to do that when you can be out catching pals, breeding pals, coming up with new stats, new ability lines on pals. I mean, that's the fun stuff. The XP grind is the gateway to the fun stuff, let's be honest. If anyone thinks grinding XP is fun, then I just don't get it, I guess. All right, now I went ahead and skipped to level 45 just so I could tell you some more important information here. As you can see, a few of my pals got hungry, one stuck behind a pole, so that happens sometimes, and the logs just build up until they get to the top, and it actually kicks out the wood, and you can't do anything anymore. It just kind of stops. But I did get to level 45 and accumulated 4 million experience just on that first shot. Now, the thing you want to do here is just kind of stop it, run over, collect all your logs, refresh your pals. So take out the 4 fresh pals, put them out as workers, put these guys in the box, and then start it again at 45. Now you will notice you got a ton of extra logs. For whatever reason, this actually duplicates logs as well. I believe when I was all said and done, I had about 1,500 logs, and I think I started with around 200 to 300. Now keep in mind, this whole process from level 1 all the way up to 45 at this point probably took about 3.5 hours. Now from 45 to 50, that is actually a longer process. It's about the same from 45 to 50 as it was from 1 to 45, which was actually crazy. You need a lot of experience from 45 to 50. So keep that in mind. Now I went and skipped ahead again to level 49.5, and I added some new pals to my party, and I kind of want to show the difference in experience here. As you'll watch this experience going up, my pals basically went from just being caught level 3 to level 5, and they made it all the way up to level 45 and 46 before I went from 49 to 50. So you need a ton of experience for your character. So that's why this method is just so good. Like imagine grinding that experience regularly. It just makes no sense. It's a waste of your time. And that's the one thing that you will never get back in your life is time. Keep that in mind when you're doing this. Now, as you can see, I was kind of an idiot again, and I forgot to refresh my pals. So they kept going off and not working, and it built back up. But as long as you refresh your pals, you'll get a few hours out of these guys before they get too tired. So don't worry about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, this is a pretty easy method once you get it all set up. You can continue to do this with your pals once you're level 50. Like I said, it takes about an hour. So I hope this video was helpful, and I hope I could at least save somebody some time so you can spend more time with your families or whatever you have to do, you know. Don't forget, help me get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button. Really appreciate every one of y'all. And as always, catch you on the next one.